Oh,
YT.
sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. Sorry, I'm looking at number 4. Wow, I looked at last month. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, YTG.
That's what happened last
Okay.
month. Okay, YTG. Yeah.
Maple's powerful. All right, hop into this game, and there you go. We already see the floor hug counterattack coming out of Sophilo, and this is a once again very swingy matchup. There's a lot of those involved with Zetter and obviously Wrastor as well. Oh no!
Another SD. Unfortunately, this isn't Toothbrush.
Yeah, you don't get a homie stop from Sophilo.
Or a homie reset, which is what you would have gotten.
True.
In the same situation.
Yeah. I mean, there's a saying. It's been spread around a lot, but I believe it originated in NorCal. It's we take those.
We take those, of course we do. Except for Toothbrush. Toothbrush doesn't take those, but mostly we take those.
Toothbrush isn't we.
Toothbrush isn't we. Okay, so we got stock up here for Sophilo.
And a rare miss here from Shadowhawke does not get the sweet spot on that up B, and that means Sophilo lives. Find another day, and giving Zetter more chances is never a good thing.
Definitely not. You know what you can do to you at 65%, and you can certainly die to one hit puts you on fire, then an up strong. There's that
great
on the
down
down
tag.
strong.
And managed to land on the stage for that, but yeah, dash attack off. Up strong. Really great convert with these high percents versus fastballers.
So yeah, I mean, Shadowhawke doing a good job of getting that stock. The problem here is that at any moment you can die to
up strong and shine. Oh, or fair.
Double fair. Fair. Very nice.
Yeah, that SD from Shadowhawke been so detrimental, obviously, but I mean, it's just Sopholo's been keeping it dead even since then. Oh, shine fair. Very few jumps left, if any. Yeah, has to go for the neutral beat. Does manage to get off stage. Sophilo not getting the hit there, but I mean, that was tragic.
Does the early update, but the problem is it has no
no knockback.
Yeah, no knockback. So it just sent him immediately to grab the ledge, and he thought he was gonna grab the ledge. So unfortunate. So unfortunate.
Not what you want to see if you're a Shadowhawke fan. Yeah, that was. It just really seemed like Shadowhawke was playing super well and just made like a couple of small mistakes.
Yep, a couple mistakes, and that's all it does. I mean, in this game, a small mistake is you lose your stock for it. So there's just not really a lot of room for error in Rivals 2, I found, especially against like good players. They just they grab the ledge and you're like, oh, yep, right, yep, that's it, and. There is a lot of comeback potential for sure, like especially with these characters, we're saying how explosive it is. So it's not like you're totally out of it, but man, is it easy to lose the stock.
This stage is certainly going to be one of those ones where like the comeback potential is even stronger, just because of how quickly stock's going to evaporate here.
I mean, this is almost rock wall with this side blast zones. It's not quite.
Good DI though.
Yeah, great DI going upwards as opposed to the side. Certainly would have died off the side if you went that direction.
And the firebolt.
Ooh, that was a neutral B in neutral. That's not why it's called neutral B.
What are you talking about? That's a Zetter uses this neutral B.
In neutral, yeah.
That is his literal neutral B.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. That's it. Anyway, finds the up strong, and Sophilo going up the stock again. Shadowhawke finds himself with a deficit.
Yeah, okay, gets the bear. Just at this percent though is too high to get any reasonable follow-ups. I mean, up throw always gonna confirm if you get that read on the DI. But it's still just a really bad spot for Wrastor. We're gonna need to see a little bit of robbery here.
I mean, that's kind of what you expect when you're watching Shadowhawke. You're expecting some robbery. It hasn't been a lot of it, though. I feel like the times that they've had an opportunity, they've kind of just missed it a little bit. Like, not quite gotten the right up B, or maybe the up B is, Sophilo, she had a really good DI or something.
Should have seen Shadowhawke versus YTG. There was some major robbery in that one.
I'm still expecting to see it. I feel like just because it hasn't happened.
This could have been it right there.
Absolutely, that could have been it. Okay, here we go.
Once again gets the reverse hit, but keeps the combo going. Still just getting the first hit in air, not enough to get the stock, but up air, yeah, sweet spot up air. Even on this stage, gonna kill.
I mean, Zetterburn has a lot of kill options that kill like pretty early percents on someone as light as Wrastor. So hard to deal with. Really can't afford to get hit with anything once you find yourself in that 100% range.
Yeah, and you really need to find the like one of the biggest problems with Wrastor at these higher percents is a lot of your stray hits stop confirming quite as easily. You don't quite get the same like blender effect that you get in a lot of circumstances. So you kind of need to find a read because yeah, that back air at like a mid percent would have confirmed into an up strong. But now we're so high up, he's never gonna be able to get a true confirm and has to either find an edge guard or find something else. But goes for the floor hug into the shield, manages to get out of there somehow. Still, yeah, it's just another back air. That's 4 back airs at like 170.
Just don't ever kill that. Fair doesn't kill that. Nair, even weak hit Nair doesn't kill it at 180 something. There we go.
Finally 196 bear kills. And I mean, it's a tough spot if you don't get your early confirms. I feel like there was certainly opportunities for it, but that were not capitalized upon. Oh, that's it.
F tilt is just gonna kill him off the side of Forest.
That's why that's Zetter's best stage. No. Zetters do like that stage a lot. That is something that
they do. It is a good Zetter.
I've seen a lot come out from Zetter, but obviously, you know, counterpicking there on Wrastor it totally makes sense. I am surprised we saw pretty much 0 robberies, just like very, very high percent kills coming out of Shadowhawke.
While both of these characters can rob each other, there's a clear difference in consistency, right? Like okay, they both have the robbery factor, but if you don't get the robbery, like Zetterburn has such a huge advantage in terms of just like, okay, well, I guess I could just get the kill by getting some extra percent, and the kill will come naturally. Whereas like that doesn't really happen for Shadowhawke at all. Like Wrastor, like you said, like he lived to like 200% before Raw get killed, and meanwhile, like that was just like an F tilt. That was just like an F tilt at like a really reasonable percent. So
and the up air as well. Like you have 2 killing aerials. You got fair and up air both kill at pretty early percents in the stage. And you know, obviously you have all of the other things, like, you know, you just get your shine confirms and stuff like that. So
yeah, so
consistency wise, certainly going to be on Zetter's side.
Yeah, so like with the consistency difference, what that means is that I feel like Shadowhawke like really can't afford to like, you know, try to make a comeback at high percents. You know, a lot of times you're like, oh, it's okay as long as you hold on to your stock, like, and they don't find that kill. Like, Sophilo's gonna find the kill eventually. Like, you only have so much time to try to find a comeback. And that just makes it really difficult. But you see there, like, when you miss that opportunity with an uppy and you just don't get that sweet spot, like, you're not gonna get a ton more opportunities. It's just a tough situation.
Yeah, that's like a very big inflection point in this game. Like as you can see, giving Sophilo a little bit of extra time allows her to get the stock, and yeah, finally get something with the F strong, but it is most likely too little too late in this circumstance.
I mean, the turnaround from you miss your kill to you immediately die, and just like, you know, it goes from maybe even stocks to 3 stocks to 1. Like, that's the difference there, in like one little misconfirm. So now Shadowhawke has to do what I said was really difficult to do, which is make a big comeback here against
Has the
Sophilo.
chance to do so.
They're getting started here. One hit into maybe an upbeat. Maybe they could even it up.
Oh no. Sophilo, she started going.
There we go, down to a good DI. The problem is, man, it just feels like Sophilo able to get out of all of these strings that Shadowhawke is trying to start. Even percent, really bad for Shadowhawke. You only have so much time. Like, maybe you get the kill now, but now you're at 110%. You do get that up strong, not gonna kill because you don't get
the sweet spot. Oh no, and that's almost it. Just back. Okay, this once again doesn't get the confirm, and this is a shine. Finally, he gets the tech, but the counter hits are here for Sophilo. Edges hog though, and all right, 148. You're gonna die to a literal sneeze at this point. What?
There you go. There's the F tilt that is completely inevitable because you can't dodge every F tilt by Zetterburn for a whole stop. Wow. I mean, yeah, a lot of props to Sophilo. She did really well that set. You know, a good game plan. She found
She's
a couple of
rushing her way through losers. Look at that.
Really
3-0, 3-0, 3-1. now finds herself all the way in loser semis in a Zetter Ditto.
I mean, she looked for those like robbery stocks, but she also just like when it didn't work, she like got down and like played really solid game plan. You know, got her, you know, racked up the percent, found the easiest kills that at the right percent, right? Like you don't need something crazy when your opponent's at 110 and they're Wrastor on forest. It's okay. Well, I know what I need. I'll put it in the ledge. I'll F tilt them. It's like a really straightforward, strong game.